Hi everyone, I'm Kayli, this is Colette. Welcome back to the Mom's View, and today the moms try microblading. Well, decided. I have had my eyebrows tattooed on before, and that was fine, but it kind of, it gave me a look that I didn't love, and so I had been debating to try microblading because they do more like hair strokes.
Right.
So it looks a little more natural.
So is it still a tattoo or they're putting...
It's ink.
Okay.
But it's not with a tattoo gun.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of footage. We're going to play it now, and it's not the greatest because, of course, a professional that I am, my camera died.
Oh.
I carried all my stuff in, and I had it filming and the camera died. I was like, what? So most of it's from my phone, but I did try to still get it up in my face so you could see what was going on in case anyone was curious. And here's the footage.
Awesome.
So she started by numbing my eyebrows, of course. So, and the numbing cream that she had worked so well, and I'm so grateful. I was like, thank you so much.
Okay, so even with the numbing cream, did it hurt? Was it painful?
It hurt. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but it was tolerable. And I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm a baby, and sometimes I think I'm really tough. But seriously, the tattoo was
Worse.
so much worse. But you also have so many nerves.
Yeah,
Up
even
through
just
there.
plucking your eyebrows hurts so much.
Right? Yeah. So I was nervous, and she reassured me, it's going to be okay. We can stop, whatever. So she started by putting that on. Well, first she has to, lightly etch them. Is that what she called it or something? So she just kind of takes the little needle blade looking thing and kind of scratches them. And then the cream can, really sink in. Okay. And lets that sit for a while. And then she took one side off, cleaned it, and then started the microblading. And so it is it looks like a razor blade, but it's actually a bunch of tiny needles, and they hold the ink in, and then as she cuts, it pushes the ink into your skin.
Oh, wow.
So the sound is terrible. And she
Really?
warned me about that. She was like, the sound is really bad because it's cutting your skin, so it sounds like...
Oh my goodness.
So the thought of that and the sound is kind of you have to get out of your head.
Right. So if it's a blade, so it's a blade that's putting the ink into your skin. Is it cutting off your existing hair?
I don't know if it cut off any hairs. Maybe you'll be able to see it in some of the footage, but you don't have to remove your eyebrows. So that's something that people were curious about when I did the tattoo. You still leave your eyebrow hair on, so you don't have to shave them or anything like that. They just go over the hair. So it might cut some of them. I'm sure that that's definitely possible. But before she started, she groomed my eyebrows and just got everything looking nicer. So...
yeah.
But they're still there. The hairs are still there. And then probably after, once everything is healed, I will dye my eyebrow hair. Okay. Because if you tattoo or you get microblading, because your eyebrow hairs are blonde, which is my situation, mine are completely white, you can see the fuzzy white hairs over the
on
ink.
top of the ink. Okay.
And so to make it look a little more natural, it is a good idea to just dye those hairs. And it's really easy. It doesn't take much time, and it just, makes everything look a little bit better. And then with the healing process, she gave me ointment, and I put that on a couple of times a day. And she said to wash with a very mild soap, like baby soap, and then dry them with a paper towel so you're not getting any laundry detergents or anything. So wash them twice a day, put ointment on, and you want to keep them, you can tell that they're a little shiny. You want to keep them moisturized because you don't want them to scab, and then you don't want to peel off the scab because if you pick the scab off, it pulls the ink out.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, you have to take really good care of them after.
Well, they look beautiful. Like,
Thank
I wouldn't
you.
even know that you needed healing.
Yeah. And you
looks
know what's so
beautiful.
different with the tattoo also? It was like a thick scab. Like, it was, you could definitely feel it, but I don't feel any scabbing. And she said, you don't want them to scab. It's just such a different experience. So she went over the eyebrows one time and then put more numbing cream on. And then she did it again. So she goes over them twice, but the second time is much better because the skin is cut open at that point. So the numbing cream really can get in there better and numb it. So I could barely feel it. And then after that, after she goes over them twice, she just put the ink on like the ends of my eyebrows, not so much the front because I want this to be softer and more natural looking.
Right.
And then this a little bit darker. So she let that set for a while, wiped it off, and I was done. It was so fast. It wasn't bad. I was actually really shocked because I was like, this is going to be the worst.
Right.
And she's amazing.
So how much time total did it take?
I think from start to finish, it was like at the most an hour and a half because you have to wait, or she measures everything out. So that's what she started doing. She measures everything out to make sure it's all even with your face, which is very important. And then we made sure she checked my arches because I don't want super high arches. I feel like that makes me look very like harsh. And so she got them measured out, and then I wanted them a little lower, and we just made sure. And then she did the numbing cream. So that process takes a while because you want to make sure that your eyebrows are where they want to be. So before you do anything like this, make sure that you have seen whoever you're going to. Make sure you have seen their work.
Right.
And you like their style because there are so many different styles and it's so personal, whatever you want. If you want more of a, a thicker drawn in eyebrow, you can get that, and that is beautiful. And if you love that, then make sure you go to someone like that because you can do microblading with shading, which will do that. It will give you a more full. Or if you like someone who does the hair strokes, go to someone who you have seen do hair strokes. And I definitely wanted the hair strokes.
Yeah, I think it looks so natural. Like, it looks really pretty.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked because when I did the tattoo, it looked kind of crazy for a few days. Like, it looked like, whoa. Like, when Casey saw me, he was like, what did you do?
You look different.
And I don't think anyone would really notice that I did this.
Right.
I feel very comfortable.
I definitely
And this
did.
is-
I knew that you were doing it, so that's how I knew to look, but I wouldn't have known.
So this was the day after. And so this is the darkest day, and my eyebrows will definitely fade and look a little more natural. And then you can get them touched up as you feel you need. So most of the time you'll get them touched up about 6 weeks later. And then if you want anything different, you can do that, or just touch them up so they're a little darker again. And then after that, touch-up should be like once a year. So it is like kind of a commitment because you have to go back and get them touched up, or you can let them fade and then fill your eyebrows in.
But it's you're gonna draw your eyebrows in, or whatever.
Right.
It's just one of the things that you would add in your routine.
Yeah. And I know some people think this is so crazy, like to go to such extremes. And when I did my eyebrows with the tattoo gun, I got a lot of hate that I wasn't expecting. I had people telling me that I was a bad example to young girls. And it was kind of shocking to me. I just wasn't prepared. And I was like, okay, I can understand that maybe I was a bad example coming across that you need to change yourself. But I didn't mean it like that. I don't think this is for everyone. I don't think it's something that has to be done. And I don't want to send that message.
Right.
But I just have such terrible eyebrows.
I turn into a little bit of a mama bear when we talk about stuff like this because I think you're not sending a bad example.
Yeah.
You're not. You're doing something for yourself that's making you feel better about yourself. And you're not sending a message that you have to change yourself.
Yeah.
You're just saying, you know what? It's just like a mother that's nursed her whole life and it's like, you know what? I'm really not happy with my boobs.
Yeah.
I want help. It's like you've had thin eyebrows, you draw them in. It's like, I want something that's going to be a little more permanent. Like, why is that bad?
Yes.
Like, let's stop judging each other.
I do agree with that.
It can be a mental health issue where, like, if you're changing yourself because you just genuinely hate yourself inside and you're trying to change everything so that you love yourself inside, like, it's not going to work. Obviously, that's a mental health issue. But I think that there's, like, this place where it's either self-love or self-hatred. And you can only know that for yourself. Right. Other people can't look at you and be like, oh, girl, you are so, it's like, you can know in your heart, it's like, you know what, I'm doing this for myself out of self-love, not because I hate myself.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I think everyone is perfect if you have eyebrows, if you don't. If you want to have eyebrows, if you don't. But it was just something that took so much time out of my day. I was like, if I can just do this and throw on some mascara and be ready.
Yeah.
Make my life easier. Then I can spend more time with my kids and then I can be a better mom.
See
what's happening? Anyways, I thought it would be fun to share this experience in case anyone was wondering. It was really awesome. I'm happy and I'm so grateful that she did such a good job.
Yes,
so definitely look into the person,
beautiful.
Talk to them, have a lot of information because it can go terribly wrong and you can look up pictures on the internet.
And you'll be like, oh crap.
Yeah, I've seen some microblading and I was like, oh, shooty. The good thing is microblading does, it does fade a little bit faster. And I like that because eyebrow trends do fade. You know, right now a thicker eyebrow is a little more popular. When we were growing up, it was like thin. Like you didn't really want to see that eyebrow. It's like a line.
Right.
So I like that this fades and you can kind of change. So anyways, moms try microblading. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you would try it or if you have been interested. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.